Welcome to What the Wrestling, the podcast where you break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. All out, everybody. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bruh, All Out was on Saturday. What the hell took you so long? Well, you got to give me some grace, damn it.
Nope.
Give me some grace, all right? Oh man, we're gonna talk about this All Out, the fallout from All Out, and what's going on tonight with AEW, and we will do that right about now. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Once again, I am your host. I don't know what is going on with my screen. We got stuff all over the damn screen right now. So, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if I gotta drop some stuff. It's alright. We're gonna make it work. But at the end of the day, here we are. Let's just make it full screen. F all that. Here we are. What the Wrestling. Man, oh man. So, if you missed my review of WrestlePalooza that is on the channel, shout out to everybody liking the clips, commenting. I'm going to get back to everybody as soon as I can. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all are awesome. Agree with me, disagree with me. I don't give a shit. I appreciate it all. We here to have discussion. That's why we here, damn it. So we're going to talk that talk and we're going to get it right. Now, updates, no updates as of yet. We're going to keep the ball rolling and move right along. And let's talk about All Out. So, All Out, everybody was talking about WrestlePalooza, All Out, which one was better. I told you guys already why. I'm messing up. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. Hit the like button. Follow me, RJD, at What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Also follow RJD on the Twitter, RJ699, rolling across the bottom of your screen. Hit the like button. Now, back to what I was saying. So, a lot of people were like, which one was better? This one, that one, up, down, left, right. Listen, at the end of the day, there were good and bad things about both shows. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this one was great and this one wasn't. There was good things about both shows. There was bad things about both shows. The problem is that AEW, there wasn't a lot of stuff. There was a lot of good matches, but there wasn't a lot of stuff to like care about. Obviously, you cared about Edge and Christian versus FTR. Cared about that. That was good. But a lot of other stuff, and they got some top guys out right now. Ospreay, hopefully, get well soon. Swerve, get well soon. We have a couple other people out. Get well soon, everybody. But we got some people out. So because of that, things have to change. We are supposedly getting the orange one back soon, and that should be good. We still got mocks. The Death Riders are getting bigger, even though I thought the Death Riders are over. So we got some people out, and the stories are still not where they need to be. But I say I liked All Out better than I liked WrestlePalooza. And like I said on my other stream, if you're gonna give me that type of stuff, then god dang it, you better give me more than 5 matches. You better give me more than 5 matches. If I gotta pay $1,000 for tickets to be in the 400 section and they're $900, yeah, you better give me like 7-8 matches, something, because that's a lot. Some people pay $1,000 in rent. Some people missing rent payments just to go to these wrestling shows. So All Out was smoking. I did like it. I think we had 10, 11 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 matches. So not bad. And after, like, the back half of this show was really good. The back half of this show was just ridiculous. So let's go real quick. The pre-show, we got the Ops versus the Workhorsemen. The Ops get the win there. We got Katsuyori Shibata and Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia beats him. And then we have Hologram, O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong beat the Frat House. And we had an 8-woman tag. Nightingale, Queen Aminata, Shirakawa, and Harley Cameron. I like Harley Cameron. She's great. Against Megan Bain and the Triangle of Madness. So, okay, that happened. Now, we opened the show with Cope versus FTR. So I'm not gonna go through and break down move for move, flippity flip what happened. I'm gonna go through the gist of it. But what I did like is, first of all, we gotta talk about this crowd. Now, I'm not gonna totally shit on the Canada crowd. Nope. But what I will say is, the mic, it didn't seem like they were that hype. So we're gonna get an L for that. I don't know what the hell happened here, but it just seemed like the crowd wasn't as loud as I thought it should be. Like, some of those crowds, especially for the opening match, you're opening with Cope and Christian, first time in a long time, versus FTR. I don't know what the hell. It just seemed like the crowd wasn't as loud as it should have been. That's just me. So, we had a good match here. The only thing I didn't like about this match was the super Cope at the end. I mean, Cope got hit with a shatter machine. Then he got hit with something else. He kicked out. Then he got hit with something else. He kicked out. Then it's like he kicked out of everything. It's like he had what do they call it in anime? In movies, the plot. Shoot, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's like you got plot protection. Like, oh, you're the main character. We know you're not gonna get clipped. You know, this is not like Game of Thrones where you realized anybody can get it in Game of Thrones, especially if you never read the books like me. But this was like Super Cena. This is Super Cena level of of plot protection Mr. Cope had at the end of this match. I did like the Cena callback. You know, one of his greatest rivals. Cena was wrestling on the same night. I'm glad he called back to him. That was pretty cool. I ain't mad at that. But the end came where he basically hit a spear and won. He hit a spear and won. So he survived the Shatter Machine, was able to get the win with the spear. Cage held Dax Harwood from getting in for the pin. Then Nick Wayne came out in a wheelchair, provided a distraction. FTR and Kip Sabian came out and beat up Cope and Cage. Copeland was cuffed to ringside, and he had to watch FTR spike power drive Christian Cage. And after that, we heard music we never heard before. And then we was like, okay, what's this? What's this? Who's this? Turned out to be Beth Phoenix. That was cool. Beth Phoenix came out, tried to uncuff her husband, and, well, first of all, she carried Stokely Hathaway away. She carried him away and then came back out after the match, which was cool. Then she basically realized it is at this point she knew she effed up. FTR was just sitting there, so she came in, she gave Cope a kiss, she tried to fight back, she got hit with a spike power driver. I think they hit her with a spike power driver, and she was laying there, knocked the hell out. Then the ref casually let Cope out, and that was the post-match angle. Now, they did this same thing with the Judgment Day. I was reminded they did do this with the Judgment Day. It was literally like the same thing. They cuffed him and he couldn't do anything, and she got concerto. So, am I mad that they borrowed from that? It's wrestling, it's fine, but I mean, it was literally the same angle. But it is what it is. Good to see Beth Phoenix kicking ass because she's a badass, and we'll see where this goes from here. Like I said, the only thing I really didn't like about this match was the crowd. I wanted the crowd to go crazy. It's like Adam Copeland in Canada. Like, what are we doing? So that's the only thing I really had bad to say about this. Now, next we had Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. I don't know what happened here. First of all, good to see Eddie Kingston back. I don't know why he came back on Collision the way he did. I think he should have came back on Dynamite. That's just me. That kind of messed up his return. But this match was, I don't know, they didn't seem like they were on the same page for a lot of it. So it went back and forth. And then the end of the match, he hit the back fist. He hit the back fist. And then he pinned Big Bill. He kicked out at 1. And after that, they fought a little more. He goes for the back fist again, but he completely misses the back fist.
Nope.
And then Danielson tried to save it, like, oh, I think he got a little bit. And then he kind of just pinned him. And I was just like, ooh, that looked bad.
Stop it.
What they should have did was, they should have did something. Maybe he hit a spine buster. Maybe he did like another exploder suplex. Big Bill tries to stagger to his feet, and then he gets hit with the back fist. They should have just redid the spot, but they didn't redo it. They kind of just ended it. So that was kind of like, okay. So yeah, it was a little sloppy. But afterwards, Brian Keith came out and attacked Big Bill, and then Hook came out to silence.
Oh my God.
Hook came out to silence, and I was like, ugh, this doesn't look good. The crowd is silent. But he came back, he saved them, red rum to Brian Keith, and that was it. They dapped each other up. So, not the best match, but good to see Eddie Kingston back. The most authentic man, one of the most authentic people in wrestling, and we love Eddie Kingston. We are happy he is back. MJF versus Mark Briscoe. Tables and tacks. This is everything you expected it to be. They built up to the first spot. My man Mark Briscoe is putting all the tacks out. 2 buckets of tacks in the beginning of the freaking match. They both went through tacks. MJF is bleeding. Briscoe's bleeding. Everybody's back is bleeding. They're going through tacks. It's crazy. But I fully went into this knowing what I was going to expect. A freaking bloodbath. And my God, I loved it. MJF was wearing white. So you just knew that was going to happen. And Mark Briscoe wins with the J Driller onto the tacks for the win. MJF takes the L. Now we'll see what happens moving forward. Good to see Mark Briscoe get a big win, finally. Like, goddamn. It's like, what we got to do to get this brother a win? Jesus. But good to see him get a big win on a big pay-per-view. Designed to be a bloody spot. Lot of stuff going on here. Go back and watch it. But it was good. It was good for what it was. So I'm not mad at this. Now we had the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. So the Demand get the win by beating MJF. You hear me?
Nope. You stupid.
By beating up MVP. I swear to God, every time I see those 3, the Hurt Syndicate with MVP dressed up like, and they're all ready to wrestle. And I just think of my wife saying, yeah, those are like my drunk uncles at the barbecue. Shout out to the Ricochet ended up getting the win by pinning MVP, as the Syndicate were, the other two guys on the Syndicate were thrown out of the ring, and I think they got thrown over the barricade. This was good. Good to see the Demand get a win, because they needed one badly. So the Demand get the win. Good for them. Good for them. So, and like I said, I always will say this. This is the best Shelton Benjamin has looked in forever. And finally, good to see him getting the respect that he deserves. Moving right along, we had Mercedes Moné versus Riho. Good to see Riho back. Riho is all of 100 pounds, soaking wet, but she's fierce. I like the way Riho wrestles. I like Riho, and they had a decently paced match. These ladies went back and forth, and Mercedes Moné, always good as always. This wasn't the best Mercedes and Riho match. Wasn't the best both ladies have looked, but it was good. It was solid. It was decent, and I'm not mad at it. Mercedes Moné gets the win. Riho, I really didn't expect her to win at all, so it kind of took away from the emotion, but it's good to see Riho back. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Riho recently, so good to see her back. She hits the Monet Maker and gets the win. Riho, like I said, it was a little clunky this match, but it was fine. This match was good. Solid stuff. Then we had Okada, Konosuke Takeshita, and okay, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to try not to. Mascara Dorda. I said that right. 2 points for me. Dr. Marco for these brothers right here. First things first. Dorda, that guy is so smooth, fluid, and effortless in the ring. It's like his cardio is on 1,000. This match, this guy was absolutely fantastic. Konosuke Takeshita. We love Konosuke Takeshita. This guy is mother effing amazing at what he does. Love to see him kicking ass with the elbows and knees and all of that good stuff. And then we have the Rainmaker himself. I can't wait to see these two fight, Takeshita and Okada. Please take my money. That's going to be, give them 25 minutes and let them go out there and just beat the holy crap out of each other. But Dorda is on point. That guy is awesome. I want to see more of him, for sure. I want to see more of him. Now, this was, to me, one of my matches of the night, if not the match of the night. This was mother effing amazing. Dorda came, being that I didn't know what to expect from him, because I'm going to be honest, haven't seen him wrestle a lot. He was the A1 star of this match. Dorada. I'm saying his name wrong. Dorada. My bad.
Nope. You stupid.
Dorada was A1. So he got hit with the Rainmaker and took the pin. Takeshita hit, I want to say he hit a move, and then Okada came in and hit Takeshita with the drop kick, and then hit Dorda with the Rainmaker and got the win. So this was A1, my match of the night. This was absolutely on point. That's all I can say for that. Don DeMarco. And Dorada hit a double Hurricane Rana on both men from the top rope. Let that sink in. That guy's freaking great, man. And next, we had the Bloodbath, known as Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. Anytime you get Moxley and Darby Allin in a ring together, you already know what's going to happen, because Darby is absolutely apeshit crazy, and Moxley is one notch below apeshit crazy. So, these guys take my money. A lot of people don't like the deathmatch stuff and the blood and gore and guts and all this. A lot of people don't like it. It's not their thing. I'm not that guy. I love it. It's awesome. So we had Darby Allin basically doing crazy shit, taking crazy bumps like a Death Rider on top of a coffin. We had a whole bunch of other crap. But in the end, Darby had the match won. But the bastard, Pac, came back with a new haircut, looking more terrifying than he looked with hair. He still has hair, but he cut it. And he gave Mr. Allen a razor's edge from the ring to the floor onto a coffin. Ouch.
You stupid. Nope.
The crazy level.
It's over 9,000.
Nah. So the end of this match where Danielson said he wouldn't get involved, but he handed a plastic bag to Darby. Darby took a bag. He handed him a black bag. He took out a plastic bag, tried to kill Moxley. The crowd then began to chant, "This is murder. Murder, I say." Even the crowd realized this was murder. So he came in, he put the bag over his head, he hit him with a code red, but Pat came in and hits him with a power bomb, throws the razor's edge onto the casket. They put him back in. Moxley gets the win, and yikes, this was nuts. So the Death Riders really didn't get involved in this match, but this was a casket match. That's basically what it was, with blood and guts. We then had a fork spot where, he takes the fork and he's hitting Moxley over the head with the damn fork, and then he puts it in his ear, and it's like he bit his ear open the hard way. It was nuts. This match was crazy. Both of these guys are nuts, but I like this type of violence. It's fine. Not everybody does, but I liked it. It was smooth for what it was. And then after that, later on in the show, Moxley jumps out the damn coffin with the pipe, because he had a lead pipe. He whacks Moxley over the head with it. He puts Moxley in the body bag that he got put in when he lost the match. And then they set the body bag on fire. Once again, this is murder.
Nope. You stupid.
Oh my God. They put Moxley out really, really fast. But I don't know about the playing with fire stuff. I might have to draw the line with that. But these guys are nuts, and they're going to do what they want to do. So I ain't mad at it. Then we had Tony Storm, Thekla, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. This was my surprise of the night. Oh my God! Because Statlander is telling the story right now where they're trying to recruit her to the Death Riders. She doesn't want to be a bad guy. She wants to be a good guy, and she doesn't want to, maybe join them, maybe not. They're giving her little tidbits of information, trying to help her get better. And Willa Yuta taught her how to do the crucifix pin, which she has pinned multiple people with. And she did this crucifix pin and got the win. And Tony Storm was shocked. I was shocked. The crowd was shocked. Oh my God. I ain't mad at it. I like Stat. I'm glad she got the win. Now, let's see where the story goes from here. Am I interested? Yes. Am I intrigued? Yes. Let's see. Tony Storm doesn't have to go freaking undefeated. She could lose the title. I see everybody getting mad. Oh, Tony Storm lost. I'm mad. Why are you mad? Like, they're telling a story with Stat right now. Maybe she joins the Death Riders. I don't know. I'm not mad at that. Everybody, be easy. It's going to be okay. Okay? You don't have to get mad at every little freaking thing. Moving right along. Rodito versus the Young Bucks. Oh, what the hell am I talking about? Oh, yeah. Rodito versus the Young Bucks versus Jet Speed versus the Don Callis family. Rodito gets the win here in a ladder match that was very, very good. I know we see a lot of stuff in ladder matches, but these guys always get creative with the ladder matches. There was a lot of bumps, a lot of stuff going on here. There was a spot where Jet's Speedball did like a flip with his knees onto somebody onto the ladder, and his knees and feet, mind you, he doesn't fight with shoes, so his knees and feet went into the ladder, and that had to suck for him and the guy that took the move. That had to suck for both of them. So we had Hikasero, where his fingers got caught in the ladder. That had to hurt. Bandito did a moonsault off the top rope with the ladder in his hand. That's nuts in itself. Yeah, this was crazy. Go back and watch it. All of these ladder bumps were creative, and it was great. So, Your main event of the evening was Adam Page, the Hangman, versus Kyle Fletcher. This was also very, very good. Very good main event. I think I want to say they went 30, 40 minutes. It was kind of long. Both guys actually did their adversaries' moves. So Will Ospreay's hidden blade, Fletcher used that. Adam Page hit Kyle Fletcher with the big pressure. Kyle Fletcher is really, really good. I've been saying that for a long while now. So we're gonna put some respect on his name, but I don't know why they had to have this match, because I don't want to see my TNT champion lose. I'd rather see my TNT champion defend the belt, and like I want to see the TNT championship mean something, like when Darby beat Miro for it. When not Darby beat Miro. Yeah, was it Darby who beat Miro? Who beat Miro for that belt? Was it Danny Garcia? I forgot who. No, it wasn't him. It was Sammy Guevara. Like when Sammy Guevara beat Miro for it. When rest in peace, Brody. When he beat Cody for it. When Cody had Warhorse and Ricky Starks, and he was doing open challenges, and it meant something, and he was putting people on. I want to see it mean something again. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It's just kind of another belt. That belt should be elevated, and I don't want to see my champions lose unless they're losing the belt. So I understand sometimes you do champion versus champion, but they didn't have to have a champion versus champion match. They could have had a fatal 4-way and had somebody else win, and they could have had a banger match, and Hangman could have won, because these guys didn't really have nothing to do with each other. So it is what it is. So Kyle Fletcher is the future of this company, and Kyle Fletcher is really good. He's been really good since the Aussie Open days. Good to see him getting some burn and showing us what he can do. Does he come out like a bigger star after this match? I don't think so. But he did put in some work. He loses here with the buckshot lariat. So that was that. And yeah. I think we had a dead eye through the table. We had a couple of dead eyes in this match. We had a bunch of stuff going on. So this was a good match. Go back and watch it. But like I said, I wasn't gonna go move for move like I normally do that, but I wasn't doing that today. But all in all, after the second half of this show was A1. Let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after Mercedes Moné and Riho, every match after that was good. Very good. And not to say that the matches before it were bad. It's just, to me, that's when this show really was like bang, 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 bang. Everything is good. So I'm not going to sit here and be mad at it. The show was a thumbs up show. We got our money's worth. But I just want to see a little bit more story to AEW. That's it. Forgive me. I just want to see a little bit more story. Other than that, I ain't got nothing negative to say. But both shows need work. Both companies need work. Both companies need to put a little bit more effort into their storytelling. But other than that, you are never going to hear me say anything bad about the AEW work rate, because that truly is where the best wrestle. Because they wrestling over there. So that is my All Out review. That's all I got. Monday Night Raw review will be out later tonight or tomorrow. The AEW review will be out later tomorrow or on Friday. So look out for that. I'm out of here. Everybody be safe. I'll holler at you. On to the next. Peace.